I have no idea what happened there, lads. We're live, I think. Let me check. Are we live? What's going on here? Am I live? Yes or no? What is going on? Can you guys see me? Hold on. Is that better? Can you guys see me or not? The fuck it, mate. What's going on my stream? Are we live? Yes or no? Because I'm trying to look. It's all black on my screen at the moment. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? What is going on here? Oh, mate, I don't even know. That's better. All right, we're live. We're live. We're finally live. Sorry for that build-up. I don't know what happened there. But yes, we're here. What a football match today. What a whole day of World Cup action today. We're going to go for the earlier games towards the end of the video, as we always do. Build everyone in the stream. Let's try and make this live stream. If you haven't seen my comments, smash them likes up right now, guys. My last stream, my only stream today, of course. I've had time in school. Doing my exams and all that stuff, so I couldn't make any match reviews for the earlier games today, but we will be reviewing every single one of them because what a day in the World Cup. So many goals to talk about, but our main focus today is, of course, this game, which, of course, we all did watch. Portugal 2, Uruguay 0, and I'll be honest, I wanted Uruguay to win this game. I do like the Uruguayan squad, and at the end of the day, right, I was very disappointed in terms of Uruguay because they had very good chances today, guys. They had very good chances, and yeah, on a different day, mate, if they would have scored, if in that first half, if they would have scored, was it Rodrigo Benatico? If he would have put away that chance, it would have been a different game for me. But look, Portugal, in terms of the level of the game, I do think they probably did deserve the win. Goals came from Bruno Fernandes, who scored twice. Now, guys, I've got a question for you, right? Was it Bruno for the first goal? Was it Bruno Fernandes' goal, or did Ronaldo get a touch of it? Because many people are saying, "Oh, it's Ronaldo's goal," but for me, I'm giving that to Fernandes, man. Because I don't think Ronaldo really touched it. Like, look, when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh yeah, Ronaldo scored." For fuck's sakes. But when you look back on it now, I do think it was Bruno Fernandes' goal, and yeah, and it got given to Bruno Fernandes, and yeah. Look, we're going to go through your chats before I keep reviewing the game because we've got something mean. This is what we love to see already. The support's mad on these streams. We love it, guys. 7 people already tuning in. We're 5 minutes in. We've got 7 people. We've got everyone in the chat. All the regulars have joined today, lads. Cheers, guys. Today, there's no beer. There's no alcohol. There's no Monster. We're on the Lucasade today, lads. We're on a big bottle of Lucasade. So, there's no beer today. There's no Monster today. It's Lucasade today. You know, so yeah, we got everyone in the chat, and we're gonna go through your chats before I review this game and of course all the other games today. So that's what I said earlier. Smack you guys, if you haven't done it already, what are you doing? It should be standard for this channel now. You come into this stream and you like the video, and if you do that, then you are an absolute legend. And also make sure you say that you do like it, because then I'll know that you're a real one, and I'll make sure to shout you out in many videos and get on my channel. You know, so yeah, big up everyone. Ollie 12, of course, is in here as always. Big up yourself, my man. He said, "Do you make them thumbnails?" What, the one I made? Yeah, all of these I make myself. I done the Bruno one today. I tried the new thing because usually I do my boxes, right? I do them like really like square. I decided to do it a bit narrow today. I don't know how it looks. I don't know if it's and I put the red arrow in there as well. I don't know how it looks, but yeah, I make them myself. I use Apple Canva on my iPhone. Guys, you don't know, I do everything on my iPhone, by the way. Everything on my iPhone, I do them. So, yeah. We got Ryan as well. As always, Ryan Toon, Canada out of the World Cup, mate. And you did say they was going to win it, so unlucky to you. I can see it's all good. That's good then, yeah. That's all good. That's fine, man. That's good. It's good to hear. Getting there, Portugal. Of course, Ryan, you support absolutely everyone, don't you? Let's have a look. The goal difference. Vamos to you, the goal difference, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And yes, want to co-host? Yeah, Brandon. Brandon, if you're free right now, my friends, I'll send the link in the chat. Anyone else is free? Anyone wants to hop on the stream for another World Cup review? Then we can get as many people as we want on, because that's what we can do here on this channel. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I don't care if you talk fucking Tottenham, mate. All right. If you want to come on the channel, come on the channel, and we can talk World Cup. We can talk World Cup. I know I'm wearing an Arsenal shirt right now. I've got to represent the Gunners. But yeah, the link's in the chat. And yes, big up Brandon, my man. If you want to come on, the link's there, my friend. We'll talk to discuss about this game. Bruno's, yeah, I think it was Bruno's goal. But yes, the goal difference about this game. Brandon's Bruno's goal. But yes, Brandon, can you hear me, my friends?
What up, mate? What up?
How are you?
Can you hear me?
How are you? How's it going?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I came off a live stream from Get Stuck In. Now they're called the Foot Fetish guys have changed their logo and whatnot.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw they changed the name. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I probably shouldn't come on today because I didn't watch the first two games. I was at Maroon 5. They're in Singapore, so I went and watched a half naked Adam Levine. Yeah, it was a good concert. It was a good concert, but. With that being said, it was a good concert, but I missed two of the most exciting games this year, right? In the World Cup.
Literally, so many goals to talk about, man. And look, same with me, man, because I was in school at that time, so I was doing all my exams. So the best two games, like, and we've had so many 0-0 games. They could have just made it a 0-0 game, you know. But anyway, bro, what's the time in Singapore right now, my friend?
5 a.m.
5 a.m.
Yeah,
that's crazy. This is the dedication right here. But no, Brandon, of course, you watched the Portugal game, my friend, didn't you? Portugal,
I watched Brazil and the Portugal game. Portugal. Yeah. Okay, the full Brazil game was a snooze fest. I wasted my time. Portugal first half was also quite boring, but Uruguay, I think they were really. A lot of people thought, even myself, we touted Uruguay to be more of like the under dark horse team, as like with Serbia and whatnot, and they were terrible today. I think.
Well, yeah. In my predictions, I put Uruguay top of this group because, mate, literally, I thought that. Coming into this World Cup, I thought I had a very underrated squad. But today, don't get me wrong, Uruguay, they have so many chances. I mean, look at that. Did you see that? What's his name? Bernatico in the first half, right? Bro, all he has to do is put it to the side. Why did he try and nutmeg the goalkeeper, man? Or he could chip it or whatever. He tried to nutmeg the goalkeeper. If they would have scored that, I'm telling you, Uruguay probably would have won the game, my friend. Because
they hit the post once. At the end, do you see? Yeah, do you see? I don't know which midfielder he tried to chip. It was such a poor shot. I don't know what he was doing.
That the guy with a blonde hair. I think he's
yeah. He was so poor.
But yeah, like again, exactly. He tried to chip him. Like, what are you doing, man? Uruguay was so frustrating today, man.
Yeah,
but Portugal, I mean, look, Bruno Fernandes. You said it was his goal. For the first goal, I have to agree with you, my friend. Of course, all the Ronaldo fans claiming it was Ronaldo's goal, because I'm pretty sure if Ronaldo would have scored today, he would have equaled the is it Eusebio's record for
I think so, all-time, right?
All-time record for Portugal. So yeah, of course they're going to try and claim that. And then the penalty for me is a bit harsh. I mean, what's your thoughts on that penalty for?
I think it was a penalty, to be fair. You know, you could make an argument it's a bit harsh, but you know, a ball, you know, it wasn't intentional, but it was directly to the hand. So, you know, I think Jimenez was a bit unlucky. But Bruno, I didn't know Bruno takes his penalty like Jorginho as well. He does. They do that funny run up, right? It's very interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, RD12 says on the piss tonight. I was just jogging. Lucas said as well. Yeah, man. Big up the Lucas said. Come on. Big up Seb. Hope you're doing well. Yes, we have to all do a podcast next week or in a few weeks' time. You know, me, you, RD12, and Seb. Be lit. Nice. I really like the fact. Cheers, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do it on my iPhone as well. So I'm glad you like them.
I didn't even know that, Josh. Is great respect to you, man. All your thumbnails on iPhone and it's that kind of quality. Fantastic, mate. Fantastic.
Thanks. Cheers, man. Thanks. Of course. Yes, I do support any team who wins. Fair enough, Ryan.
Ryan Tune. He also tunes into all my streams, man. Ryan Tune.
Ryan, he tunes into your streams as well.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Big up Ryan.
Big up Ryan.
Even if Tottenham get a victory, even if it's Tottenham, nah. I know Ryan, and he came on my channel before, and he said, "I support anyone apart from Tottenham," so that's why I love it, man.
That's why he's the lad. Yes, that's why.
Hi, Bobby. Hope you're doing well, my friends. How to roast your teacher? Part two. We got tomorrow. Watch it. Yes, hi. But yeah, Brandon, for you, right? Looking at Portugal today, right? and going and basing their game off Ghana. And obviously they are through now, aren't they? With 6 points.
Yeah, they are true. They are true.
Yeah,
so
now.
I kind of know what you're gonna ask me, but you go ahead.
Do you see them getting far in this World Cup?
Bro, on my stream, my World Cup predictions, I had Argentina versus Portugal in the final. CR7 versus Messi in the GOAT final matchup. And who wins it? CR7 wins it. I'm a Messi fan. I think Messi is way better than Ronaldo, but I think I think Portugal is going to win it this year. I was just telling the Get Stuck In lads, right? I told them, like, every time in the World Cup, the team who wins it, they need a bit of luck, right? Obviously, all teams need a bit of luck. And I think Portugal's this year, you see their games that are going thus far. It's not that they're playing terrible, but they just seem to get lucky most of the time. So I think it's just going to be, it's going to be a trend going forward in the knockout stages. So I think Portugal can make a really deep run. I think minimally semi-finals, in my opinion, because I'm sorry to maybe confuse the viewers here, but the bracket, right? You got your left side and your right side of the bracket. Portugal, if they finish top, they're going to run on the right side of the bracket, and the right side of the bracket is actually way super easy.
Yeah, it is.
If you go through all the predictions, if you go through all the groups, right, and you make your favorites as like your number one in the groups, the right side is super easy. At most, you may have to face England at most, which is still not. It's better than going up against like Germany or Brazil or Spain, in my opinion. So.
Well, I mean, you look at that left side, right, and you got the likes of favourites based it off, right? Yeah. Argentina,
Brazil,
France, Brazil, Netherlands.
Yep.
Bro, it's mad. But the right side, you've got the likes of what if England finish top, will be right side.
The right side. Yes. So at most it'll be if it's the favourites, it'll be, to me, the top two will be definitely England and Portugal, and then you've got the likes of if Spain goes through, whoever that in group, whichever group, Germany, Spain group, whoever that finishes second will be on the right side as well. So it could be another powerhouse there. So those are the top three teams in the right side. So.
Yeah. So, but again, and of course, I talk about Portugal as well. Like, in you remember Euro 2016 when they won that, right? Did you really think that they was gonna? Did anyone really thought they was gonna win that in terms of favourites? Because I remember that tournament. Not many people really thought Portugal would go really far and win the whole entire thing. There's people based it off like France and Germany, all that, and then they got to the final because and plus they finished third in their group as well, didn't they?
Yeah,
they went through third place because I don't know what happens in the Euros if you finish third place, somehow go through now. And then they ended up winning all that. And for me, right, that was mainly down to, of course, their main guy, Ronaldo, for me, because how important is that squad? And I remember he actually got injured in that final.
He did.
It's Dimitri Payet who actually injured him, and then I think it's Eder who scored their winner goal. So. Yeah.
One of the most bizarre. Eder is like nothing fantastic, but he's got the winning goal.
I've never seen him play after that, mate. I don't remember seeing him play
even before that, bro. I never seen him play. I know he always plays for like Portugal. I'm like, who's this lad? And then I see his statistics. I'm like, nothing, doesn't scream like a top quality striker, but he did score the winner in the Euros. So big up to him.
But no, like, you've predicted Portugal to an Argentina final, and to be honest, right, I know, like, listen, I've been real with it. England, it's not coming home, unfortunately. Like, as much as you wanted to, well, as much as as an English fan, I do. But yeah, that would be the dream for anyone. Is both their last World Cups, Messi, Ronaldo's last World Cup in the final, and yeah, you've gone with Ronaldo. So you are a Messi fan, you prefer.
Yeah, I'm a Messi fan. I rate Messi over Ronaldo any day, but I think in I look at both squads.
Yeah,
I mean, like, to your point, right, Josh? Like, you talk about Portugal in the Euros 2016 run. I think that this World Cup, it seems like the favorites. So far the trend are that the favorites are struggling. So you need someone that is like, oh yeah, like people don't really scream Portugal as winners. You get what I mean? They are like the under the radar kind of team, which I believe will help them along a lot going through the knockout stages. In my humble opinion.
Yeah. And like, obviously, like with Uruguay as well. Like, honestly, I thought they'd be doing a lot better than this because that first game against South Korea put up a very good fight against them, I thought. But yeah, Uruguay still ain't scored a goal this tournament, have they? 2 games without a goal, and they've got all they've got to do against Ghana, and Uruguay have history, man. 2010 World Cup.
Yeah. So, I think the problem with Uruguay is the lack of I won't say the lack. I think maybe more Cavani and Suarez are getting up in age. I think they need to put Nunes in the front. I think they really need to put Nunes in the front. The problem with Nunes is that so far with him in Liverpool, I've this is the I rate him really highly. I think he's a fantastic player.
Yeah,
The problem is his decision making is sometimes like really it puzzles me. I think he just needs to be in front of a goal, just get the deliveries to him because they have the quality to get the balls into him, right? Let him just get cracking at the shot. I feel like in the wing, he's not being utilized properly in Uruguay. And then you've got Cavani, who's lacking of pace. You've got a Suarez, who's also very old, but his positioning is really good still. Today he almost got right after the free kick.
yeah.
In the near post, he whacked one in. He just got subbed on, and then he whacked one in, and unfortunately hit the side netting. So, and yeah, before you go on, I just want to talk about England. I think it's very fair. I know you guys, you definitely want England to win it, but it's fair that you say that England's not going to win it because of the simple fact that Gareth Southgate, I think his tactical prowess is going to be exposed. I feel I think he's kind of a bit of a fraud. What does he do every time? He plays his favorites. When he needs to chase a goal, he brings in Jack Grealish and Marcus Rashford. Nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't seem to adapt. Any team, he just does that. It screams like he's got no tactical awareness, in my opinion.
That's English. That's us. That's England's biggest problem is like the manager, bro. Because you look at England's squad, right? Look at exactly. Where's Foden, man? Honestly, where is Foden? How's he not? I don't think he's come off the bench for England yet.
Yep, not yet.
Disgraceful, man. The guy's a baller, and you got Mason Mount playing over him. I don't know if you rate Mason Mount, but for me, he's dog shit.
Nope. Mason Mount is the weakest link, easily the weakest link in that starting level. And George, you rightly pointed out, this is a very talented English squad, right? Don't get me wrong. But how is Mount starting over the likes of? I know, yes, Foden and Mount don't play the same position. But if you were a tactical, if you are a manager who knows what to do and know how to adapt your players, you will know to start Foden over Sterling maybe, and then you probably rotate a better midfielder around Mount. Mount is. He was a non-existent factor against USA. He was getting bullied by the US.
Yeah. But no. Let's read some of the comments. That penalty was rigged, to be honest, where Gimenez is supposed to put his hand. Yeah, where is he meant to put his hand, to be honest? That's why I said it's a bit harsh, because what's he meant to do, man? But I'll be honest, if that decision got given against Arsenal, we're not stop hearing it for the next 3 weeks. But no, yeah, Brandon, for you, right? Going on to Uruguay, I think they finish if they do beat Ghana, they will get second, and then they will play probably Brazil. Well, yeah, they will play Brazil in the next round. I think that's the way it ends for Uruguay.
Oh, but with that being said, Brazil has been quite disappointing, to be honest, this year.
Yeah, they have, but they have been getting the results, and they've got the clean sheets. And this is I saw this is one of the best starts to the World Cup for Brazil in many, many years, because last World Cup they drew with Switzerland, didn't they? And yeah, I think they finished 7 points in that group. And then a few World Cups ago, I think they might have drew with Mexico or something like that. But no, this is one of Brazil's best starts. And plus they've kept 2 clean sheets already. So
which is really good to see, because I think Brazil's problem has always been the back line. They've always had a very shaky back line. And I think this year I don't really rate Marquinhos highly, but you got an on-form Thiago Silva, 37-year-old on-form Thiago Silva.
Mate. Unbelievable. He's so good. He's so good. It's mad. Yeah. At that age as well.
Yeah. I think crazy. And they got Casemiro anchoring the midfield. I think that's why they got 2 clean sheets.
What's a goal back? We're going to get on to Brazil game in a minute, but what a goal from Casemiro, by the way.
What a goal. What a cracker. Nothing that they could have done to a Swiss, Jens Sommer could have done anything to it. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, for me, like Uruguay, unfortunately, I think this is because I had them finish top of the group and I had them getting all the way to the final, my friend.
Whoa, that is a real hot take right there, mate. Yeah.
Because it was either whoever finishes. I thought, right, if Portugal finished top of the group, they get to the final. If Uruguay finished top of the group, they get. I chose Uruguay because, as you said about the run on the right.
You're right. That group, right? The group is whoever finishes top right will get an easy run in. So you're right. So that makes sense.
Uruguay, and I just looked at the squad. I thought, oh, mate, this was so underrated on paper.
Yeah.
But it's just today, man. They frustrate me a lot because the chances they had.
Okay. Yeah, let me interrupt you. I'm so sorry. Let me interrupt you. I think another reason why Uruguay may struggle, like on paper it looks good, but maybe now that we've seen them play, I think something that really I've thought about it is, I think there is a bit of a chemistry misfit between the midfield and the defense. So what I mean by that is that midfield is stacked full of talent. Valverde, Bentancur, this kind of quality midfielders. But you see their defenders, they are playing like Diego Simeone style of football. which is not really kind of like built from the back kind of. So I feel like there's a bit of that, hence why they're not getting a lot of chances, because they can't seem to build from the back. It always seems to be like the midfield, they're trying their best to really push the ball up, but their defense can't give them any supporting, like especially the right back and the left back. They're not giving enough support to the front. So that could potentially be why they are struggling.
Yeah, that's a good point, because like it's funny because Atletico Madrid, right? You got Diego Simeone, but you look at the centre backs, right?
Yeah, they're both.
Yes, Atletico Madrid. Gold. I know Goldie. I think he's. Where did he go? I don't know where he plays now.
So he's playing for Argentinian club right now. I think it's called Elements. One of the Argentinian
but he was former Atletico, wasn't he, as well?
So yeah, exactly. So it's Simeone style football.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because they both used to play for Atletico Madrid. So look, yeah, that's Uruguay's problem, as we said, and like. Look, who knows? Portugal. I mean, I would love a Portugal-Argentina final. It would be lit. You know, Messi, Ronaldo, and I personally will think Argentina will win. And I've said it from my start. Even if Portugal don't get to the final, I did say my predictions: Argentina will win this World Cup. But yeah, man, let's move on now. Before we move on to the next game, of course. But RD12 has said best part of today was when Party stampede Son. Lol.
Son has been missing, man, this World Cup.
Yeah. However, I don't know whether I want Ghana to get through, because of course I want Party to have a good tournament.
You're absolutely right,
At the same time, I want him fit for the second half of the season. Of course, man. Party is very injury prone as well, isn't he? So
yeah, I think okay, from today, although Uruguay has lost, they still have all to play for in the last game, because if Portugal can get a victory, or not even a victory, even if they hold Korea to a draw, Uruguay wins Ghana, Uruguay is through. So I don't think Uruguay should be so disappointed about today's result, because they still all to play for in the last matchup.
Yeah, so that's that game. Of course, we've got somebody to go through some amazing games to talk about today, but we are going to move on to a game which for me was a bit average today. Although Brazil won. It was a snooze fest. You got to be honest with it. Brazil won, Switzerland nil, and it was kind of the same for Brazil against when they played Serbia. Like Serbia, first half kept Brazil, quiet. Same with Switzerland today, kept Brazil's quiet, and it took until Casemiro. What a fucking goal, my friend, mate.
This Casemiro has been coming clutch this year. The United goal at the bridge, mate. Right? At the bridge, at the header, and then with this cracker of a goal, he's been quite clutch for them. He's been clutch.
But of course, Brazil had no Neymar. He was is he injured now for the whole? Is not the whole World Cup, is it? Neymar. Is Neymar injured for the whole World Cup?
Yeah, no, I don't think he's out for the whole World Cup. I think it's like he's saying maybe quarters he'll be back if they make to the quarters.
Okay, quarters. Yeah, so even without Neymar, they did get the victory. Of course, Vinicius Jr. had a goal disallowed as well from offside. I think it was from Richarlison, who was actually in an offside position. But
I don't know whether you can see this on screen. FA Cup third round draw. Look at on my City Chelsea.
Who did we get? I have no idea that it was.
Yeah, so City Chelsea, they drew each other in the third.
Who did
Arsenal? Yeah, we drew Oxford. All right, man.
Oxford.
We drew Oxford. Away. We are away at Oxford.
Away. That'll be interesting, man. If it's home, I'll be buzzing, but away. Oh, mate, I forgot it's fucking today, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Oxford. Yeah, I can see, man. Wow, it's some Oxford Arsenal. Yeah. Nice.
Spurs got Portsmouth. So.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, as we were saying, right? Yeah. Your thoughts on this game today, Brandon?
I mean, honestly, snooze fest, like what we both agreed on, and I think this is quite worrying for Brazil, because to me it's like there's talent on there's not even talent. They're just loaded with so much quality on the pitch, but it just can't seem to translate into goals, and like their transitional play looks pretty weak. But their defense has been really good. I think the best thing about I can give to Brazil is that if you watch if you've seen the recent World Cup winners, France, Germany, Spain, Italy, what is the common thing that they all had during their runs? They've always had a staunch backline, right? So Brazil seems to have that going. Maybe they haven't really translate the midfield and the attack to more goals, but their defense is looking really good. Eder Militao, Marquinhos, Thiago Silva. I think even my co-host Joshua was talking about how the fullbacks could be an issue. Sandro, Danilo, and Dani Alves, right? Maybe
Dani Alves is about 40 now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is 40. He's mad.
That's crazy.
So,
but yeah, Danilo, do you rate him? I think he's the Juventus guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used X City. Then City made the highs of the biggest highs. Right, they traded João Cancelo for Danilo, which blows my mind because João Cancelo is doing so well at City, and
That's
Juve is
mad.
getting
That's mad. Yeah.
mad.
And then on the left side, yeah, they've got Alexandra and as well as Alex Telles as well, don't they? So
Yep.
yeah. But no, like, what's your thoughts on Switzerland today, man? Because obviously they got a good win against Cameroon. Do you see them getting out, been finishing second in this group?
Well, it's all to play for against Serbia, right? And it's going to be a cracker of a game. I think the Swiss versus Serbs. I mean, Serbia, I predicted 2-1 today. Unfortunately, they drew, right? They drew 3-all, right, today. And it's going to be a cracker of a game. I think Switzerland, again, their front line is not impressing me. Mbolo, all not getting the goals. Yeah, but Xhaka has been playing fantastic for them. You know, I got to give credit, you know, our captain, ex-captain, you know, he's what, vice captain now at Arsenal? Because Odegaard's the captain, right? So
Odegaard's captain now, yeah.
Yeah. Switzerland, they can consider themselves unlucky, actually. I think a 0-0 draw would have been a deserved result for them today.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Switzerland as well. Like they had a very good. Remember them in Euros to beat France. After going 3-1 down as well. Nobody thought it was going to come back, but they did. Great comeback from them. They were beaten on penalties, and I think they got knocked out by Spain on penalties in the next round. I remember they finished third in the Nations League when a few years ago. So look, mate, they are very underrated, and yeah, for me, it's between because I don't really see Cameroon. I think Cameroon have got to score 2 goals against Brazil and win to go through, which I don't see happening, mate.
But don't forget today's Vinicius goal that was disallowed. You saw that part. That Switzerland defending was, oh my! How much space they gave Vinicius Junior. You know, because I think the centre back committed, and then the right back had to cover the centre back, and that's when Bruno Ramirez played the through ball.
Yeah. The challenge as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he missed the slide tackle completely. Yeah.
Finish just went through, and great finish from him, but it was offside, lucky for Switzerland. But yeah, and then Casemiro, bro, yeah, saved the day. As he did for Man United, as you pointed out this season as well. So yeah, look, even without Neymar, I thought, look, I mean, Brazil, we all know about their squad, man. It's crazy, especially their attack. It's crazy, and I'm disappointed that Martinelli didn't, you know,
had a run
today, because I thought when he came on against Serbia, there's a few times where he looked pretty decent, as we all know, because Martinelli's a baller, you know. So yeah, but however, RD12 says Jesus. Yeah, I thought Jesus came on, made a very. I mean, did you see that touch that he did when
he did.
Who did he play through? Did he play Vinicius through? Yeah, that touch that he did.
Yeah, on the left, right. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Jesus was. Yeah, Jesus is class.
Anyway. I think Jesus should start over Richarlison, but as an Arsenal fan, as Arsenal fans here, I think let's just keep it that way. You know, we don't want him to get injured and whatnot. So,
the last time we played Oxford in the FA Cup, we went on to win it. Yeah, I mean, Arsenal are the specialists of the FA Cup. We won it the most times in FA Cup history.
14 times, yeah. I think we won it 14 times.
14 times won. We've won the most FA Cups, but we've won the most Community Shields as well. I think that's 15 times now. So, yeah, the FA Cup's Arsenal's trophy, mate. So hopefully we can get the win, because we ruled out the League Cup. Hopefully we can get the FA Cup. So I'd love to see that. The FA Cup to me is always special, no matter what. People may say, "Oh, it's gone a bit down over the past few years," but for me, I love the FA Cup. But no, yeah, Brazil getting the win. They're through now, clean sheet, and they move on to the final against Cameroon. So moving on to some exciting games today. South Korea 2, Ghana 3. A very good game, very good result for Ghana. I didn't watch this game. Neither did you, Brandon, did you?
But Korea scored 2 goals in like 3 minutes, right? I think that was and they equalized. That was good from them.
So I didn't see the highlights, but look, Ghana with a big result, 3 points for them, and that Uruguay games will be very interesting, because if they do beat Uruguay, they do go through, don't they? Finish second.
Yes.
And of course, we all know what happened with Luis Suarez in 2010, so that game is going to have lots of heat towards it. And South Korea, like, look, is what it is for them. Can South Korea still go through if they win?
1 point, they can. Yeah, but they have to. Let's see now. Yeah, can. Oh, that's interesting. Wait, Uruguay, Korea was a draw. Oh, I think depends on goal difference, because they drew with Uruguay. Okay, let's assume that South Korea beats Portugal and then Uruguay beats Ghana, so they'll be both on 4 points. So I think that's where the goal difference will. I'm not showing any no pun intended, but the goal difference will matter.
Yeah. So look, Like South Korea, like as we said about Son, right? He just hasn't really been at his
Yeah.
at his cup, has
Not
he?
been his pick.
You know, he's wearing his mask. I don't know why he's wearing his black mask or something, but he just hasn't been at it.
Yeah, my friend texted me. He was telling me about how like he's very frustrated to see Korea play because like Son Heung-min when he plays for Spurs, you know, he's always like the guy that runs. You know, he gives his pressing and whatnot. But you see, when he plays for Korea, he's like the main guy, right? Then he slacks off a bit. So that could potentially be another reason why the Korean front force has not been deadly. Could have been.
Yeah, and who's for the 2 goals for Korea today? I forgot he's the guy's
Same
name.
striker, yeah, number 9, I think.
Number 9.
He's getting like he's getting a lot of love and viral. He's going viral because he's very handsome, right? So I think everyone's like saying like, oh, Korea's number 9 is really handsome, yeah, and whatnot.
Mate, have you seen their team though? It's like the commentator's nightmare. You got Kim, you got Kim in the back.
All the Kims.
Yeah,
And then
all
with
the Kims.
Serbia, you have all the Savic, right? Kostic, Milinkovic, Savic.
Yeah. It's class, man. But no, yeah, Ghana, you know, Kudus getting 2 goals, and Kudus looked decent in the Portugal game, and once again scoring 2 goals today.
Ghana always does well in the World Cup. I don't know why. They are like you've got your Ivory Coast, you've got Nigeria who does well in the AFCON Cup, right? But
do you know Ghana are ranked the lowest club in this World Cup?
Are they?
Qatar's above them. How are Qatar above Ghana in terms of rankings?
How is Belgium second in the world? I don't understand. Belgium.
Those FIFA rankings are disgrace. I don't know who designs them, mate, right?
Yeah.
Belgium used to be first a few years ago. Belgium was always first. And then I was like, how? They've won nothing in their history, mate.
Nothing. They're just clowns.
What makes it first?
Yesterday, remember, I was in the chat. I said Roberto Martinez is a freaking fraud. I don't know how he's good. Yeah, he's a fraud.
We talked about Belgium the other day, right?
Yep.
They are not. They're not going to go far. If anything, they might get knocked out in the group stage. Because Croatia, you saw how ruthless Croatia were against Canada, right?
Yeah.
Canada put up a really good fight. Croatia played the same way that Morocco did against Belgium. Croatia will absolutely batter Belgium, my friend. Simple as that. The point's not been on it, has he? This whole World Cup.
I mean, his back is really broken. How much can he carry Belgium? To be very honest with you, like look at. I mean, like what we said, Roberto Martinez. I think he's a fraud, right? Because it's like similar to Gareth Southgate. No offense, I think Roberto Martinez is worse than Gareth Southgate. But what I'm trying to say is that both managers their success has been heavily relied because of their talent of the squad. They don't have to do much. It's basically, I think, Josh, even you or myself, we can send in a resume and we can even coach the team. We just stand in the coach line, wear our suits. We'll probably get the same results as what Martinez is getting now. You know, it's literally just playing the first 11 and, you know, wish for the best, in my opinion. Yeah,
and look, I said it yesterday, right? They of course, people talk about their golden generation now with like the Hazards, with the De Bruynes. You know, who else they got? They've got
Lukaku.
You know, Lukaku up front.
I got a funny chat the other day. Yeah, I got my friend. He was like, Alderweireld and Vertonghen look like they're playing like their retirement games. Like that.
Literally, man. Honestly. Yeah. I mean, and their defense is just. Don't get me started on the defense, man, because they played a back 3 against Morocco, didn't they? They played Munier, and now for me, Munier, right? He's all right going forward, but in defense, he makes these stupid little fouls all the time. Like, what are you doing, my friend? Just stand the guy up. Don't always dive in. But no, yeah, we'll talk about Belgium another day because, mate, they're not making out the group. Simple as that. But yeah, Ghana getting the 3 points, and who knows, man? If Ghana do beat Uruguay, they go through. Simple as that.
And I think there'll be a lot of African nations going through. Morocco is going through. If Ghana goes through, they're also going through. Iran can make a possible run also. They're not African, but you know, another
Senegal as well.
Senegal as well, yeah.
But I kind of do want Ecuador to go through because they could be the dark horses for this World Cup. But yeah, I think Jesus with that touch towards the halfway line was actually Jacko who tried to stop. That's class. The 2 Arsenal guys against each other today. I heard that the commentator got overexcited because I think it was South Korea who had a goal line clearance, and he must have used a voice changer because he was then commentating like a duck and say Juan. Fair enough, man. But yeah, what a game, by the way. 3-2. Korea got it back to 2-2. Did they get it back to 2-2, Korea?
Yeah. So it was 2-0, and then 2 quick goals from Korea, 2-2, and then Ghana sealed it with the final goal.
Yeah, fair enough, man. And yeah, but everyone's still watching. Let's move on to the final game. Another absolutely banning game. Such a shame I missed this. Cameroon 3, Serbia 3. Now,
I predicted 2-1 for this game, Serbia. Oh
yeah,
dear.
so did I. I said 2-1 Serbia. I thought they're going to get over the line.
Yeah.
And they almost did. They went 3-1 up. And you're thinking that it's done and dusted. Fair play, Serbia. I mean, Mikovic was class. Milik-Savic got a goal, and I think it was their centre-back who scored as well.
Yeah.
And but Cameroon, that guy who came on, right? What's his name? Is it because of an A?
Let me see.
I can't pronounce his name, but...
Yeah, number 8, yeah, for Cameroon.
Yeah, what? That second goal, bro. I mean, he thought it was offside. My man sent the Serbian geezer back to fucking...
Oh, the what? Vincent Abubakar, right?
Yes, that's his name. He sent the guy back to Serbia, yeah? And that little scoop, mate, what a goal. And yeah, 3-2. And then it was Choupo-Moting as well. And Choupo-Moting has been actually really good this season. Somehow.
Yeah,
Who knew?
Choupo-Moting.
For Bayern Munich. And yeah, I'm on Choupo-Moting at PSG, right? And I don't know whether you saw, but that own goal, not an own goal.
Yeah. I remember that.
Goal that he stopped. All he had to do was leave it, and PSG would have scored, but he stopped it. He became a meme after that. But he's been class this season, Choupo-Moting, and
don't forget, he's a Stoke City reject, by the way. Stoke City reject.
Yeah, Stoke City as well. It's mad. Yeah, and yeah, mate, what's your thoughts on this game?
Mate, this game, I think, okay, so I think it's unfair to really give criticism or analysis because we didn't watch it, right? But I think the most important thing is that if by looking at the facts of what happened, if Serbia really let 2 goals, I mean, they were winning 3-1 and they let it slide like that, they don't deserve to go through. I don't know. Now, I rated Serbia highly before the World Cup. Now, seeing their performance, I think they should just get knocked out in the group stages. No point. Just wasting time to... they don't have the quality, unfortunately. I mean, on paper, they do have the quality, but it seems like they're not translating on the pitch. So I'd rather have like a Cameroon or, in their group. Who's in their groups? Switzerland and Brazil. I'd rather Switzerland go through because Switzerland are playing way better football.
100%, man. Yeah. It's just what it is. I said in my predictions, I thought Serbia were going to go through because you look at that squad, man. I actually said you got all the itches, don't you?
Yeah. Vlahovic, Tadic, Mitrovic, Jovic, Milinkovic, Savic, Kostic. Look at all these players, and they're all playing for top football clubs.
And they are all ballers, but as you said, it's just translating that on the pitch, isn't it? Yeah. And like Cameroon as well. Honestly, this World Cup, I thought again, I don't know if you watched the game against Switzerland, right? But Cameroon has some very good chances. I remember they was actually dominating in the first half. And yeah, they could have got a result in that game. And I think if it would have got a result, then they could have a chance of getting out of this group. But look, they got to beat Brazil by 2-0. It ain't going to happen, unfortunately, Cameroon.
Yeah, I think it's looking very difficult for them.
It's what it is for them. But anything can happen in football, So,
of course. Look,
we have to wait and see. But yeah. The best part of that Ghana game was party, stampede, and song goodnight. Why does that game have to kick off at 10 a.m.? I was in a French exam as well when I wanted to strangle myself. Yeah, I was in maths exam as well, and it was the worst thing ever. So
have you done your GSE yet?
Yeah, I'm doing that this year. No, not this year. I'm doing it in June.
In June, all right. Is it called O levels for you guys?
Yeah, but this is just the ones we're doing now, right? These are just practice. These are not the actual real things. So we do the actual ones in June. But these are called we call them mocks, yeah, and we just do
the mock exams,
yeah. So
in Singapore, because we are ex-British colony, right, Singapore. So we follow the GSE as well. So we do like O levels, and we call it O levels here, N levels.
Well, you call it O levels, not A levels.
A levels is after it's kind of like tertiary education, not really the secondary school. So I think I would assume you're what, 16 now?
15. I'm 16 next year though. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we were to directly translate it to what we do in Singapore, there'll be O levels. Yeah. A levels for us will be like when we turn like 17 or 18.
Did you do well, Brandon, in your O levels?
Do you guys go like L1, R4 also? L1, R5, all this kind of scorings? Is that how you guys? Okay, so it's basically L1, R4 is like your English score, and then three other subjects, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Okay, so I scored 16 points. So I got 3 for English, I got 2 for maths, 3 for geography, and do you guys do like DNT, design and technology? I do
all that stuff.
Yeah, so I got 16. So I managed to qualify for Polytechnic in Singapore. So
nice, man. Fair play, man. Nice.
Thank you.
Serbia might get far in this tournament.
No way, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro, the way how they bottled that, I don't think so.
Yeah, they should have won today. I mean, looking at the scoreline, they should have won. And then if they had won, we can have that conversation. But after they draw today, I don't think they're going far, unfortunately. Yeah.
Look who we got with us. The man himself, Seb.
The legend. All right. Good to see you, Seb.
How are you, brother?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah, enjoy those games.
The World Cup today. It's in Zitla. Did you watch all the games today? Not all of them, but did you watch some of them today?
Oh, yeah.
Some very good games, in it, man. A lot of goals to talk about.
Definitely, especially the earlier two. Nice, lots of goals. Yeah.
At least for my exams over, mate. I've still got 2 weeks of doing all these, so yeah. They have to read the same instructions every day. It was a waste of time. But yeah, bro, we're gonna run through the games from your point of view, Seb. Of course, you know Brandon. Of course, he was on yesterday. Yeah. What a guy! I said we're all gooners here. We'll support the best team in England, and yes, we are going to be winning the Premier League this season as well. Yes. So yes, this game, my friend Seb, Portugal 2, Uruguay 0. What's your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I thought it was a good game, but I thought the penalty was very, very, very harsh. I didn't think there was anything much he could do, but I think overall, Portugal did deserve it. But...
Yeah, and look, Brandon predicted Portugal to get to the final. Do you, in your eyes, do you think they can go that far?
I reckon they could, actually. If you look at their squad, it's actually a very good squad. I reckon they could.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I forgot to mention this earlier also. Why is Rafael Leão not starting? I don't know. It's very strange to me. We know when he comes on,
crazy.
You see the impact that he has. A 6'2" striker with that kind of pace on the ball. It baffles me why he's not starting. João Felix.
Who did play over him? Did they play João
Felix?
Yeah.
Bang average, honestly.
Felix is still a good player, to be fair. But yeah, as you said, Rafael Leão was.
Would you take him at Arsenal, by the way, João Felix? Because there are
João Felix at Arsenal.
Yeah, there are actually things
right now.
Depends how much he is, to be honest.
On loan.
Okay, let's just assume that we can get him.
Bring him in, man. On loan, 100%.
Will you start him over Saka or Martinelli? I wouldn't start him over those two. So maybe not.
We just need competition, but I definitely would. I definitely would, especially if it's a loan. I think it's a no-brainer, but that's for another debate.
I think João Felix this season, or in January or in summer, he has to leave Atletico, man. He's been there for too long. He needs to go to a much bigger club.
We need full cook, bro. We need full cook.
$100 million for him when they bought him.
Yeah, they paid 100. How much? 100 and
over 100, 120.
Yeah, over 100.
Crazy money that was, man. Crazy, and he hasn't lived up to it, to be honest. Like, he's a good player, but for me, he hasn't lived up to that price tag. But
we need full crook, bro. I told you about full crook, right? We need full crook. We need to call Werder Bremen. We need him up to.
Yes,
we need him to deputy Gabriel Jesus, man. That guy's a beast. He's a tank. Yeah, he's a tank, bro.
Brandon called it out, right? When we predicted that game, when Germany and Spain, and he was like, "Watch out for what's his? I can't remember his name. I call him Full Crook. Yeah, he called him out. And he said, "Watch out for this guy, right? Because Brandon knows a lot about him. And look what happened. Got an equalizer for Germany.
Great finish.
Saved them in the World Cup, because if they would have lost that, then realistically, it would have been so much pressure for them against Costa Rica in the next game. But
next game he has to start. Muller has to go on the bench. Full Crook has to start, because he's been to be honest with you guys, after the fraud Morata came on for Spain and Full Crook came on, you see the game just came alive. You know, both teams are lacking a natural number 9, and although I'm sure you guys don't rate Morata very highly, especially after his Chelsea stint, right? Full Crook as well. Both the number 9s came on, and then suddenly the goals came, because both teams have the quality in the midfield. It's just that they couldn't finish the ball.
Yeah. Seb, obviously, remember that the World Cup predictions we did, right? My early ones in particular, and you know who I put in the final. Do you remember? I put Argentina and Uruguay in the final. Seb, I'm in the mud now, mate. Look at Uruguay today. Honestly. What was I thinking, man? Like, what was your thoughts on Uruguay? Because they almost scored a goal this tournament. Brandon made a good point that it's their defense in particular, because they sort of play like, Diego Simeone style. And funny he says that, because they got Jimenez centre back, Athletic Madrid, and got Goldie, who's played for Athletic Madrid as well. And also that their attack, Suarez is aging, Cavani's aging. What's your thoughts on Uruguay, man?
I haven't really haven't really got going. To be fair, and to be fair, I did actually predict that they would underperform this World Cup, and I think we're seeing why I thought that. And I actually do think Ghana is going to beat them.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, didn't you? You said they just make out the group.
I think they're going to beat them to that second place, and I stand by that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's looking good now because they beat Korea, and all they've got to do now, Ghana, is get 3 points against Uruguay, which they're going to be up for it because they said, you remember 2010 World Cup when Suarez made that thing?
They want revenge from that. Yeah, definitely. They won't have forgotten that. They won't have forgotten.
And look, who knows, man? I mean, they've got some good players. And I said to this Brandon, this said, right? You know, Ghana are apparently ranked the worst team in this World Cup.
Really? That was Tunisia or someone.
No, it's Ghana. I looked the other day. It's Ghana, and they've got.
They're not a bad side. Very good.
No, but this is the issue with these rankings because they have. You remember when they had Belgium top for like they had Belgium top when they won nothing, and they had Brazil second. And Brazil won.
How do you do this ranking? Doesn't make sense. Yeah,
I don't understand it, bro.
I don't know how they do it, but.
Who ranks these people? Who ranks these countries? Man?
Shouldn't it be so easy after a World Cup performance? Just rank them based on the World Cup performance. Then after like the Euros, just rank them based on. Why count all these friendlies? All these it doesn't amount to anything.
No, after every international break, they seem to do it.
But no,
I don't know how it's done.
I looked at Ghana, right, and as you said, yeah, how they rank the lowest team in this World Cup because Qatar is above them, right? Qatar are useless.
Really? Qatar's not good.
Qatar are useless, right? Who else? Who else you got?
I don't know whether Seb, you were here. I did mention, Ghana's performance. You got the like your powerhouses like Cameroon, Senegal, Ivory Coast that does well in the AFCON, right? But it always, when I look at the results and when I was growing up, Ghana always does well in the World Cup. It seems to be they represent the African nations really well, in the World Cup.
Apart from the 2014 one, the other.
Oh yeah, that was a bit of a disaster.
The other two before that, they did. 2018, they didn't get through, but they seem to do well.
Yeah, so fair play to them. If I mean, after Uruguay's performance today, I mean, of course, my predictions I had Uruguay second, but after Ghana's win today, I think Ghana deserves to go through. I think they deserve. They truly deserve it.
With Uruguay as well, mate, the player I really wanted to see today, he didn't come off the bench, and he didn't come off the bench last game either. Like, he used to play for Arsenal, like Lucas Torreira, man. I really want to see him play today. But
if he hasn't really got.
I don't know what it is. It's just a shame that he just didn't even get a chance today. Like, obviously, I love Torreira, man. Even though he's at Galatasaray right now, he's one of my favorite players to play for Arsenal.
But Uruguay's midfield is actually really good. I think it's just their aging strike force and as I said, Simeone backline. Yeah. I think there's no translation on the pitch. Yeah.
They are
because that midfield, Valverde, today he was so good, man. We all know about Valverde. I think, even like Tony Kroos, he said Valverde is the top 3 best midfielders in the world. He's spot on, man. He's quality, mate. And even like Bentancur, like I'm not being biased because I'm an Arsenal fan, right? But the guy,
Bentancur's good.
He's a good player.
Very good player, and
he was good again today.
He scored 5 goals this season in the Premier League, and he's more of like, is he CDM or? You see the minute?
No, he's like a pure central midfielder who brings the ball up. Spurs has really struggled in the midfield because Højbjerg is more defensive. So they need Bentancur to push the ball up, and he does really well in his job. And like what you say, Valverde is like a Modric 2.0, man. That guy is mad. Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously they played a guy who actually impressed me for Uruguay was he plays Man United. He's called United. They're number 8. I think he's called Palestri, right? He came on as well. Yeah. I thought he was solid. I thought he showed a bit of his skill, and I thought he was decent. But anyway, so that was that game. Then did you watch this game as well? I thought me and Brandon said it was a snooze fest for me.
For Brazil-Switzerland.
Brazil 1-0. Casemiro's goal and all that. Yeah, what's your thoughts in this game?
Yeah, I saw most of it, and to be fair, it was quite boring. But I think it was that 1 moment of quality that decided made the difference. And they obviously had that first goal disallowed, rightly so, after being looked through. But it wasn't the best of games. But to be fair, I always thought that would actually be quite a tight match because Switzerland do know how to stay in games.
Very good point. Very good. Actually, Seb, before I pass the time to you, Josh, I think I want to say today's snooze fest of a game, right, is actually credit to Switzerland. Because they did hold Brazil. They really did hold Brazil. They deserve a draw, to be honest. Casemiro's goal was a fantastic goal, but nothing Switzerland could have done about it. Unfortunately, but they deserve the
Should
draw.
have really been a draw. Yeah. Should have.
Yeah.
Agree with that.
Yeah, like look, I said this to Brandon as well, right? I do think now Switzerland will go through. I don't know if you think, Seb, or do you back Serbia to go above
Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah, because look, I said this again. Like you remember in Euros, they knocked out France after going 3-1 down. Takes a lot to come back against that French squad and 3-3, and then take its penalties and win. And then I think they lost to Spain on penalties either way. But look, Switzerland, they got very underrated. So I mean, we all know about Granit Xhaka. Look, he's probably been one of Arsenal's best players this season.
He has been our best player this season,
and he is one of Switzerland's most important players as well. So. Yeah, big up
he
Xhaka.
does well for them. He does well for them as well. So
he does, yeah.
You want to know a fun fact? I did some. I was live with the Get Stuck In lads, right? We were talking about like Switzerland, like all-time players, right? Of all time. And Xhaka right now he has 110 caps. The most all-time cap player for Switzerland is 118. So he's only 8 caps away. And I think he's 30 years old, Xhaka. He's still got at least another World Cup in him. He's easily going to be Switzerland's almost, like you could say, the most decorated player in Switzerland's history.
Yeah, 100%. I won't be able to come on today because I'm in my dressing room, which isn't ideal. No problem, man. Ghana should have beaten Portugal as well. Well, I think they probably should have drew against Portugal if Costa. Did you just guys see that? Oh my god! Right at the end. Oh, what was he doing?
Oh yeah. That game, yeah.
And then Inaki Williams slipped. Oh, so
harsh on him. Yeah. Oh, but Costa had a fantastic save today against Europe. He had a fantastic save. That 1-1.
Yeah. Ghana should have beaten Portugal as well. Maybe they're a team that can do all right because I do actually like their squad now. It's a lot better than the squad that played in AFCON. Well, yeah, because they finished third in the AFCON. They didn't make out the group for the AFCON, so yeah.
I can't quite remember. I know Senegal and Egypt final. I can't quite remember.
Yeah, Senegal Egypt final and Ghana didn't even make out the group stage.
I remember that.
Because you remember, Seb, it was Partey came home early, right? And on that Tuesday, he got sent off against Man City and it was
Liverpool. No, Liverpool.
Sorry, Liverpool in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. Yeah.
I remember. I was at that game. I remember
his first game. Did he get sent off or was he injured? I think he got sent off.
No, that was a red card.
So yeah, I'll come on that podcast though. Yes, mate. I'm telling you, it's gonna be lit. Brandon can make it. Seb can make it. Ollie's well. We're gonna do the art. We're gonna do. It's gonna be Arsenal.
Wait, which one is? What day is that?
He's saying no. What's the day today? It's
Monday.
It'll be next week now. It'll be next week. If you guys are free next week.
Yeah.
Monday. Is that all good for you?
Yeah, perfect.
In the evening. I mean, it's a bit harsh on Brandon because it's going to be 5 a.m. I know because...
Just let me know. I can prep for it. No
mad, isn't it? Because it's 5 a.m. for him right now.
6 now.
Six right now. And what's the time? It's almost 10 p.m. for us.
Yeah.
So it's say if we did it at 6 p.m., right? It'll be about 1 a.m. It'd be mad for him, man. We need to try and sort something out which you can...
No. And I as long as it doesn't clash with the World Cup, just let me know what time I'll be on. Don't worry.
Sweet, man. Sweet. That's a big up Brandon, man.
Bro, we're talking about Arsenal, man. It's our club, bro. If you tell me to talk about United, I can ask you to piss off.
Nice talk about Arsenal, lads. Big up Luca as well. Hope doing well, my friend. Thanks for joining. Saliba, Xhaka, Partey. I think he's saying our best players. Yeah, Saliba's a Rolls Royce, bro. But
I actually have a question for you guys. Do you think I was talking to all my other friends, right? Do you think that Arsenal players not really playing so much is good for us? Because we've got quite a lot of players called up, right? Partey is let's talk about the starters, right? Thomas Partey and Xhaka. Am I mistaken? Is there any other players that's starting for Tomiyasu's not been starting, right?
Saka started for England.
Oh, Saka, yeah, those top three players, right? So okay, of course, touch wood. I'm not cursing or anything. Definitely injuries could come in at any point of time, right? Especially Partey, right? Because we are expecting Ghana to go through.
Yeah,
it could, it looks good. It looks good for us because Martinelli and Jesus is more of like a part-time player for Brazil. Matt Turner is our backup keeper. Nothing too much to worry there. And Tomiyasu is also not playing much. They got good defenders in Japan. So I think you look at City.
He's got the injured Tomiyasu. He's
fair, yeah. And look at City. All their players are starting, right? So I think it's good for us. It's really good for us in terms of
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm bothered that they don't start. So I'm not so bothered. And Ben White was ill in training, so he didn't. So he's not likely to play tomorrow because he's been ill this week.
So I think it's good news for us, man. I mean, we won't know, right? This is unprecedented World Cup at this timing, but it looks good when we come back in for training, right? And then Smith Rowe is coming back as well. It's like a new signing for us, essentially.
Sort of.
Yeah.
So Seb, what's your thoughts on this final game then? Did you watch the game 3-3?
Yeah, that was a great game, and to be fair, a fair result. Cameroon obviously started very well, then Serbia ended the half clearly the better side, and then Cameroon came back very quickly. And yeah, that was a great game, probably one of the best games of the tournament so far with goals. And I'm not sure who deserved to win that, but I think that was probably the right result. To be fair, the way Cameroon fought back was really impressive, and I think Serbia also missed quite a few chances. They could have actually properly killed that as well in that first half, despite them going 3-1 up. But yeah, that was a great game.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Don't Cameroon have Joe Matip? Do they have Joe Matip?
Was he picked? Let me see.
I don't think he played.
He wasn't picked at all. Yeah.
I don't remember him there.
I know he is.
He's retired from international football. 2015.
Yeah, was that why? Because I didn't see him there. I was going to say.
No.
Yeah. He retired. Yeah, so he's not part of the squad in either way.
Yeah, but no, guys, it's been a pleasure as always. We're gonna wrap it up now, of course, on an hour as always. And yes, some fantastic games in the World Cup. It is the end of match day 2, so we're gonna move on to match day 3 tomorrow. But games we played at the exact same time as well. There's 2. Group A tomorrow, 3 p.m. Netherlands, Qatar, and Senegal and Ecuador. That Senegal and Ecuador game would be very, very interesting because whoever wins that goes through pretty much. And I'm pretty sure Ecuador only need a point. If they get a point in Ecuador, then they edge it above Senegal. So yeah, that'd be interesting. And of course, England is back in town tomorrow against the Welsh. England needs to avoid a 4-0 defeat. Could you imagine? Seb, if we lose 4-0 to Wales?
That will be the ultimate England mess up at all.
Kiefer Moore, yeah? Kiefer Moore hat-trick and Gareth Bale scoring in the last minute.
That will be the... I don't think it will happen, but if that did, then seriously.
But having said that, even if we...
But to be fair, you guys were piss poor against US.
We were shocking.
USA was better side.
USA deserve to win that, in my
opinion. Definitely.
And it's not the players. To the defense of the England squad, I think it's not the players' fault. I think it's just Southgate's tactical. He doesn't adapt. He doesn't adapt at all. It's terrible. Like what I was telling Josh. What happens when they need a goal? He just brings on Grealish and Rashford. That's basically what he does all the time.
He bought on Henderson as well.
Yeah.
He was trying out for Phil Foden.
And Seb, yeah, exactly. As you just said, Phil Foden, bro.
Where is Foden?
He's not came off the bench yet.
And Harry Kane was carrying something. He kept him on the whole pitch. He was ineffective.
Callum Wilson is a very good striker as well. We could have just
done well this season.
Yeah, and plus, right, another thing about Foden, Mason Mount, bro. I don't know about you, Seb, but the guy's dog shit. He's dog shit. Why is Foden not playing?
Don't get the hype around him. I do not understand it.
He's useless. I prefer James Maddison playing there. Definitely. But Maddison's injured, so look.
Easily. Maddison and Grealish and Foden are clear of Mason Mount.
You know what's the most frustrating thing, especially you guys are like English, right? As an outsider neutral, I watch England play. You know what you guys are missing, which you guys clearly have on the bench? You just need like a Bernardo Silva kind of player. And who brings you that kind of Bernardo Silva skill? PF47, and he's on the bench, right? He doesn't do. Southgate really amazes me. Sterling, yes, he has his moments, but and especially what George said, Mount. Oh, I don't know. Mount is he's disaster class. I don't know. He's the weakest link in the starting 11. Mason Mount. Yeah,
honestly, but I'll say who's really good for England, and surprisingly, Harry Maguire, man.
He was our best player.
Yes, Maguire.
That's saying something.
Yeah.
If he was our best player against USA, then that's saying a lot of things in it about that.
And our only hope of scoring was he getting ahead from a set piece. That was our only hope.
I think as British Arsenal fans, you guys must be damn happy. He does piss poor at United, right? But he does well for the nation, right? So it's best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair.
Yeah, but mate, that game, honestly, USA, man, that midfield battle. I'm sorry to say, but they dominated our midfield, and you wouldn't really expect that because we got Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham's class. We got Declan Rice, another class player. But they had West McKennie, they had Tyler Adams, they had, I think he's called Musa, right? Them three in particular, bro, they dominated.
And it's not Bellingham and Rice fault, in my opinion. I think it's just Southgate just being tactically outclassed. You know, you look at Iran. Bellingham and Rice were the best players on the pitch for England.
Yes.
Right? And then you go against a US squad that it was playing with their hearts out. Southgate should have known better that, you know, he played Bellingham and Rice. He left them exposed, and it made Bellingham look really bad. Which is, to me, it was I don't know. Yeah, Southgate. I don't. I feel like, just to before we sorry to talking a bit long, right? But Southgate is, to me, a very good like knockout stage kind of cup manager, because he plays a bit boring football. You know, he frustrates you. You know, he frustrates his team. But when it comes to like this kind of group stages, this kind of like Nations League, he does piss poor, because the nations know, like, okay, we want to get a result against England, we go all out, we just go straight into their face and attack them. You get what I mean? Because in a knockout stage kind of game, people are more reserved. So I would imagine Southgate knows how to play that defensive side of football. You know, ex-Middlesbrough captain, you know, defender, centre back. You know, he's got that tactical prowess in the defense, but he's piss poor in terms of like midfield and attacking adjustments in mid game.
Yeah, facts, bro. Facts, 100%.
Yeah.
Hold on. He retired at 31.
Even earlier, actually, 2015. So that means he's what? Let me check.
2015. Jeez,
he was 24 when he retired from 23 or 24. I must have been a bust up in the international side.
Southgate's Pratt Manor back in town. Don't you mean? One of my mates said that Henderson was so just move. What the fuck? Yeah, that baffled me as well, to be honest.
Sorry, Josh. Matip cited his reason for his retirement: his unhappiness with the national team and the bad experience with the coaching staff back in 2015. Yeah.
But haven't they got new coach now?
Yeah, but I think he just stayed retired. Must have been a bad spout with the association, probably.
Fair enough to him then. Our aim is to win the World Cup, and we're struggling against teams that are fighting out the group. The bare minimum for England in this World Cup is quarters, because we're probably going to play France. Well, not if we finish top of the group, because we're on the right side, won't we, Brandon? And France will win the group, so they will not play against us.
Yes. So you guys will probably play against Denmark.
Yeah, and we'll. And for me, we've been in the Euros, and Denmark have not looked the greatest this World Cup. Shocked how poor Lev looks. That's an Israel game, mate. Honestly, how did they not win that? But yeah, that was. I mean, Denmark.
You can even make a shot that Australia has a good chance now, because they got
Australia. Mate, I just want Australia to go through now, man. Because think about it. I mean, they got a very good result against Tunisia. I know against France.
I still back Denmark to do it.
Yeah, but with Denmark, mate, they just have Denmark shocked me, because I put Denmark top. My predictions.
Yeah, I did as well. So did I.
I did as well. I think all three Denmark is top
at the moment, bro. Everything's going
wrong. But to be fair, if you actually look at how they did in the Euros, how they actually got through, they lost their first two games, then they won.
Because against Finland, they lost one as Finland, but I think that. But on their mind, it was Ericsson. What happens? Ericsson.
Yeah, and they lost to Belgium. And they
that Belgium game. I remember that game, because they dominated that whole. They won 1-0 up, and then they bottled it. I think because De Bruyne in it.
Yeah. And then Russia smashed them. And then
it's battered Russia, and then of course last 16.
Battered Wales 4-0.
Battered Wales quarterfinals. They did beat quarterfinals.
They beat Czech Republic.
Czech Republic, and then England. They went 1-0 up against us, and then we extra time. So look. That and plus in the Nations League they don't want the Nations League as well. So and they beat France twice in the Nations League. So that's why I was so confident for Denmark coming into the World Cup. But they have that same team.
Just came through and Mbappe showed his class.
But I want Australia to go through, man. I can't lie. It'd be sick for the Aussies to get something for once.
Yeah. Mbappe was absolute class in the game.
I think they only need a point. Well, Denmark.
The last time they made it to the World Cup last 16 was
1 point.
19. Must be in the 90s, mate, when the last time Australia got out of the group stage. But our aim...
Mbappe, you know, a fun fact also, Giroud and Henry is now tied all-time, right? 51 goals. But Mbappe is going to smash them out of the record. He's got 32 goals at 23 years old. Absolutely mental.
Yeah, Mbappe's class, bro. He's world class.
Yeah.
Can I just have Marcel back already, please?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, yeah. I can't wait till Arsenal come back. But at the same time, I am enjoying this World Cup, so... Look, It's fine. Southgate hasn't managed Wigan or Bolton. No wonder we're screaming for him.
Wait, Josh, just to correct you there, Australia got out of the group in the 2006 World Cup.
Oh,
Oh.
2006.
They did when they got past Croatia and Japan, and they lost to Brazil. They did.
Oh, Brazil. Wow. There we go.
Yeah, but they lost to I think they lost to Italy. I think it was in the last 16.
Yes, Forza Italia, my friends. Yeah, but no, guys, wrap it up now. Big up Brandon for coming on, my friends. Just once again, people know where to find you. The Goal Difference, of course. Amazing channel. He's been supporting me for ages now. I've been supporting him as well. And Brandon, one day, man, I've got to come on your channel one day, my friend. You know,
Of course, anytime, man. Anytime.
Yeah.
It's hard for you because you're schooling and whatnot, but I'll try and make a live stream. You know, we can definitely come on. You know, let's talk some good football. You know, Sebastian as well. Anytime you want to come on, you know, we can keep in touch. Yeah, we can keep in touch. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Big up Brandon. Cheers, mate, for coming on as always. As well as Seb as well as always, my man. Always supporting me. Thanks for coming on once again, my man.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow. I guess was another live where with no live stream tomorrow. Yeah, definitely, 100%. We'll be live every single day until the World Cup finishes because that's the grind we're on right now, guys. So yeah, that's what we watched, and I'll see you guys for another video very soon. Come on, you Reds!
Come on, you Reds!
Come on, you Gunners. Come on, you Reds.